Um, what you're going to learn today is Chapter 9.2, Quadratic Functions. We're going to start out with number 1 on some warm-up questions so you can do well on your test. Apologize for the noise for my son. When you have this, when the bases are the same, when you're dividing with exponents, notice the bases are the same, they're both k's. When that occurs, you just move your exponent, that's the lowest, down to the highest exponent and subtract. Once you move exponents, the opposite of the sign that's here become its opposite. That was a positive 7, that's a positive 7 here, so it becomes a negative 7 when you move it down. You only do this, again, you only do this when the base are the same. These cannot be different. In this case, they're both k's. So you get, in the denominator, k to the second, because you've moved the numerator to the denominator. That's k to the second. Okay, now we can reduce this to divide both by 4. That becomes 1/3. And therefore, this is your answer. So we're testing this, and now we can move on to number 2. We're going to factor this. Remember, we call it factoring, but we use this method of the x to factor this in the fastest way possible. Now, the sum of a and c, this is a is 1, c, the product of a and c, that's 42, where the sum equals to negative 43, negative 13. Those two numbers would be 7 and 6, where both is negative to get a positive 42. And the sum is a negative. As you notice, this when you add these two together, you get a negative 13. So that way, your answer is just p minus 7. Easy. Put it right there. And the other one is p minus 6. P minus 6. You can check this by distributing. Always check to make sure. That's p squared. That's minus 6p minus 7p plus 42. Distribute means to multiply. And as you see, these two combine together because they're like terms. Don't forget the squared. And when you simplify this, it's the exact same expression. So therefore, our factors of p minus 7 and p minus 6 is correct. This is our final answer right here. Okay? Now we can go to the next one. These are perfect squares. I'm going to stop the recording and test how it works.